The Mystic Meals Podcast.
The Mystic Meals Podcast.
With your host, Chef Nikki Meow. We talk about food, life. Oh, and we also talk about...
Oh, yeah!
Baby. You better be ready. Right now, here's your host, Chef Nikki Meow. Get it, baby.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another thrillingly delicious episode of the Mystic Meals Podcast with me. I'm your friendly neighborhood homegirl, Chef Nikki Meow, and on this episode, I have the absolute honor of welcoming one Miss Nancy McLoughlin. She has been in films like Friday the 13th, Part 6, which just celebrated its 40th anniversary at the 1st of August of this month. It came out in 1986. 40 years, that's insane. Said to be a turning point in the franchise where Jason becomes a zombie. The supernatural thing came into play. She's been in countless comedies, soap operas, Days of Our Lives, Saving Grace. What else has she been in? There's so much. Any Day Now, the thrillers, Sometimes They Come Back, and her career is still going strong. Not to mention that she's a mother of two and her children are also in the industry, and she is also a cook extraordinaire. So without further ado, let's bring Miss Nancy McLoughlin to the table. Meow. Greetings, Miss Nancy. How are you, darling?
Meow.
Meow, exactly. That's how we're doing. We're meowing on this Monday.
Feeding a cat today.
Yes.
So isn't that appropriate?
It is absolutely apropos. Indeed. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. I appreciate it.
Truly my honor.
Thank you.
Truly my honor.
So much. We have so much to talk about. I mean, it's insane. I mean, your career has been just, it's insane. I'm going to say it again. It's insanity. The things that you've done, the things that you've been doing and are doing now. It's just spectacular. And I'm so thrilled to be here with you. Thank you so much.
Well, I have done a little snooping on you as well. And may I say heartbeat still. And we are having dinner together.
Yes.
At your house.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I wanna taste it. Oh, yes, girl. You know I got you covered on that. And I know you love to cook, and we're going to go over all of that. But I like to start out the show by asking people, what is their superhero origin story? Like, where are you from? How'd you get started in this business? Were you
That's
always... Yeah, I mean, I know it's kind of a loaded question, but
well,
you divulge what you want.
Since I was born, I always wanted to be an actress. I didn't even think of anything else. My father was a comedy writer.
Okay.
And so we would go to this just to get rid of the kids on Sunday. We'd go to the Ed Sullivan Show. Nice. Or wherever he was working. And so I was around it a lot. And because I had interest in coloring, they wanted to use me a lot. But I was just too intrigued by it all. And so my dad kept me away and mom kept me away. They said, not till you're 18, not till you make a decision.
Protecting, yeah.
Very protective. And actually, in hindsight, having worked a lot, being a mother on set, that's wisdom. It really is wisdom.
Yes.
So I am grateful for that. I was not then. So I wasn't prepared for college. I'm not going to go to college. Why go to college? Now, I have a sister that was accepted into Juilliard for opera and acting and became an RN, then was bored with that and became a doctor, hated the residency in the blood and became teaching neurology and then hated that and became a lawyer, had her own law firm. Wow. So she could act and is now writing comedy.
Right. Circling right back to it.
Circling right back. But she's 10 years older and she gave me the piece to say, because at 10 I thought, no, I've got to be a nun or a nurse or do something good for the world. And she gave me the piece to say, no, you can be an actress.
Be
You
what
can
you
do
want.
good.
You can be what you want to be. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because, like, back in the day, like, there was a lot of discouragement. I mean, like, your parents were, a part of the business, so they knew it. So they're coming at you in a different place, like, to protect you because
Totally.
they know. But a lot of parents were very discouraging towards, like, becoming an artist or a singer, or it wasn't a viable or sustainable career for them. So it was like, no, your choices are pretty limited, especially as a woman. It's like, there used to be only so many options. Now it's like the world is our oyster.
Oyster, lamb.
Yeah. Exactly. All of it. All the seafood, baby. Surf and turf.
So I did go to college.
Okay.
My sister, the last year, because my grades were always fine. They were just this, but nobody was encouraging me to, I have 3 older sisters. I think they were just bored with, pushing their kids out to do stuff and
Right.
just busy with life. And so my sister said the last year, you have to apply for colleges. So I did. And I went for a dance major because I was a ballet dancer as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And communications minor. So why as a dance major do you have to go to an autopsy? I walked into the autopsy,
Wow.
out of the autopsy, and dropped my dance major.
Wow.
And went into communications. So about a year and a half into, I am college graduated. I have a master's in horticulture now. But at the time, I walked in, I walked out. So I went into communications, and I went to visit my family because I was in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
I came down to visit my family, and there was an audition for Days of Our Lives for a college student. I got it.
Wow.
And I went, I could be a college student, or I could act a college student.
Right.
Which are my choices here?
Right. Yeah.
I am hating my my life doing this.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so 4 years I was on Days of Our Lives.
Wow. That's tremendous.
It's hysterical.
That's wonderful, though. I mean, how, like, regardless of how, like, you were trying to go the other way, you still were involved. Like, you were still acting, you were still doing it, and you got pulled in that direction anyway. Like, that's what you were meant to do. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was in musical theater up north, but
okay.
I mean, it was just a hard time, and I am just so grateful that when I went slowly, piecemeal by piecemeal, for school, but it's because I wanted to.
Yeah.
And that's important when you learn.
Yeah, because I'm sure you had great experiences, even, it's a mixed bag always, but I mean, obviously it led you to where you were supposed to be. Had you not done that, you probably wouldn't have gotten that opportunity to be on Days of Our Lives. So, you know what I mean? It goes to show you that you were meant to be where you were. So.
Thank you.
Yes.
I kind of agree. College students for college. Traded out college students.
Yeah. I mean, you just, I say that a lot. Like, you just never know. You never know where that decision is going to take you. You really don't. And obviously it led you to your life path, which is tremendous. Wow. So what was that like?
Interesting.
Yeah.
It was college for me. It was college for me because I wasn't allowed to do, the school, the acting thing. And so I studied, I watched all the actors because acting isn't acting really. Acting is, a passion and joy and something that is in you. And then hitting your marks is really the thing. Taking care of the crew is really the thing. Caring about other people, knowing your lines, being prepared. All that is what acting really is. Directing. What is directing about? It's little directing, a lot of management.
Yes.
So I studied and I learned, and I loved it. I really did. And I have to say, when I go to a set, that's how I feel. What is my responsibility? My responsibility is to make sure I'm the best I can be, so I can be the best for you and take care of you.
Right. Yeah, because then that, should hopefully bring out the best in everybody else around you, like front to back to front, right? Like if you're giving it 100%, everyone else is going to do it too. Like, oh, I can't be slacking. Like, I got to keep up with her. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like I was taught to act like I'm acting with Olivia, Katharine Hepburn. Yes. Always act like you're acting with the best actor in the world. Right. And I've had interesting situations where I had an actor who was my husband who didn't like that I could focus, and he was giving me lines, was making faces at me through a death scene to make me break.
Right.
Because he thought it was funny. And I never found that funny. I went, we got to talk, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, what are you trying to do to me here?
That's not cool. Actually, the first, well, it wasn't a major role, but first movie. Well, actually, I danced in some movies before this, but One Dark Night. My first close-up happened to be on my birthday, which is just funny.
Wow.
And it happened to be on the pier of Santa Monica. And it was like I had hair down to below my waist, and it was like to curl it and stuff. It was a big deal to get all it together. And there was some kids across the street, teenagers, and I was like 22 or something, and teenagers across the street doing everything in the world to break me. But that was a very good lesson to learn how not to break.
Right.
Do what you got to do.
Yes.
Soap operas were wonderful for that.
I can imagine, because you really have to stay focused in that environment, right?
And not stare at the person, not look at the person you're talking to. I'm talking to you really from my best angle.
Right.
I'm really looking over there, but
Yes.
I'm talking into your
We're trying to capture the best angle here. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I've never figured out what my angle is. I don't think I have an angle, but I know how not to look at someone and talk to them.
Right.
Talk to them like I'm talking to them.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you like what would be like if my right side is better than my left. I feel like they're both the same, you know, like, I don't know, like I think it just depends on the lighting. Like
Lighting is my friend.
Yeah.
Lighting is my friend.
Yes.
Editing is my friend. I love editors.com.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love, one of my, well, they're all my favorite, but camera operators.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yes.
they'll see it in your eyes that you didn't get it,
Right.
but you said all the right lines.
Right.
And
But
everybody's ready to move on.
yeah.
And they'll, hey, I think I missed it.
Right. And they'll tell you too. They'll tell you exactly what it was, right? And then you're like,
Well, no, they were covering for me. They saw it in
Mm.
my eyes that I
Mm.
wasn't happy and nobody cared.
Wow.
And
Wow.
just cover for you. Those are brilliant camera operators.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah,
That's
I mean,
what I
some of
think
the acting classes that I've watched are, you know, they're so interesting. And I remember watching one in regards to like two people were acting a scene where they were like in a kitchen, like it was at a home kitchen, but the coach was getting upset with the actors because they were like, why are you talking directly to each other? That's not how it is. Like if you're in the kitchen, you're moving around and you're doing things as you're talking. Like you're not really stopping to stare at the other person. You're talking as you're doing. And I thought that was such an important lesson there, because that's so true that like you still have to act naturally as you would if you were in that environment and not kind of be in the headspace of I'm acting. Right.
That's so true.
I thought that was so interesting to watch that whole thing unfold, because then he just went in there and was like, no, I'm going to talk. I'm going to be cutting. I'm going to be looking for something. I'm going to go in the fridge. I'm going to grab, you know, I was like, yes, like that's so important. So, because a lot of my friends are in the industry and they're constantly going to classes all the time. Like it never ends. They're always learning something new, a different technique or whatever. And it's almost like if you're not already kind of part of it, like you would think like, oh, like why do you keep going to classes? It's like, it's just, you never stop learning ever.
You
ever,
never stop learning.
Yeah.
And to keep yourself sharp.
Right.
I should be in more classes personally right now. I should be. I'm just busy doing other things. I'm
Right.
just
Other things.
truthful.
Yes.
Just
Right.
truthful.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
and blessed and
Yes.
blessed when I
Yes.
say that, because I just worked on a short that, you know, it's all over the film festivals, and I went to support them in Colorado Springs and won Best Actress.
Nice.
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You get to a point where someone acknowledged, whether I believe I was good or not, it doesn't really matter, but that someone complimented me.
Yes.
So I just got this huge compliment. I was like, I have to get up and say something now? What do I say? I'm here for you. I'm
Right.
not here for me.
Right. Right. but still to receive that type of recognition is always, it's always nice, you know, when someone, you know, goes out of their way to say, hey, you were great.
It
You
really
know?
is.
Yeah.
Just,
You know, you're like, thank you.
may I say, your podcast, I've been watching you, and your
Oh,
are excellent.
oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It's definitely a
Beyond.
passion.
Really
Absolutely.
a passion.
Thank you. Thank you. And, you know, it's allowed me to be able to have conversations with people like you and, you know, be able to knock on doors and kind of ding dong dash in a way that, like, you know, let me see what's going to happen. And, you know, I always feel blessed whenever I get a yes from anyone, because I'm like, wow, you know, like, we're all busy, we're all living our life, you know, and it's just, I'm just out here trying to, you know, kind of show off people that I feel are interesting and amazing and creative, and that I'm like genuinely interested in their story, like who they are, you know, beyond all of the stuff, you know, that got you here. Like, we know why you're here, but like, who are you really? What's going on? What's in your panda?
Amen.
You know?
Amen. Yeah, I want to act with you. That's what I want to do.
We're gonna do it all, Mama. We're we're definitely the next phase for me with this, and I'm talking to Matt about this as well. Is I want to do a series where I'm actually cooking with people. Like you and I would cook together, and we would film the whole thing, and we'd go shopping, you'd get your ingredients, but I'd basically be more like your sous chef. So like, you would choose a recipe that has meaning to you. It could be a family recipe or something that you've always wanted to master, or something that you've cooked over and over again that you just couldn't get it, but we're going to try it again. And then,
I
like,
love
the whole thing is just us talking, hanging out, interviewing, and then we end it with us eating, and then cheers, and then we're done. So scripted but unscripted, you know. I'm all about breaking the fourth wall too. I love bringing the crew into it. Like, if we say something funny and they laugh, keep that, because
Always.
we're all working here, right? Like, you know, so you know, that's definitely the next step for me with this. I'm working on that.
I think that'd be incredible.
Yes.
And you know, Valerie Bertinelli did that.
Oh, hold on, I'm muted.
Cooking.
There we go. Okay, there we go.
You know, Valerie did that.
Yes,
Bertinelli.
yes.
And I was to be on that show.
Yes.
Cooking with friends, because we always cook together.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Yeah. I mean, another iconic woman in the industry. Like, I grew up watching her, and I just thought she was just so beautiful and cute and bubbly. And, you know, she married Eddie Van Halen. I was like, they look like the same person.
They do.
You know?
They did.
Oh my gosh. Like, talk about like two peas in a pod. Like, that was just the perfect match to me. And, you know, the fact that she loves to cook, and she's been so candid about her life and what she's gone through and her struggles with her own mental health and well-being, and just to see where she is now, like back on her feet and still doing her thing.
Amazing.
And she hasn't, it hasn't changed her, you know, like she's still who she always was, you know, and you could see that and you could feel that authenticity from her. I have so much respect for her.
We used to go trick-or-treating with Wolfie.
Oh.
So Wolfie, 4 years old, we're in London filming Turn of the Screw.
Mm-hmm.
And oh gosh, the stories there are so hysterical.
I can imagine.
But all of a sudden, my daughter's gone. My 4-year-old daughter and my 4-year-old Wolfie's gone. We found them. He grabbed her and kidnapped her to a closet and kissed her.
Oh.
4 years old.
Aww.
4 years old kissing. I'm sorry.
I mean, girl, that's you know, like I can tell you some stories when I was 4, but you know, we won't go there today.
I don't have any of those.
Yeah, no, but I could. That's so cute though. That's adorable. But I'm sure you guys were like, hey.
Oh yeah, we were on it. No.
Like no playing doctor here. Yeah.
But it was so sweet.
Aww.
And Eddie would get up early. He had a week at Wimbledon playing.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd get home probably 3 or 4 o'clock. I don't know what time he got home. Mm-hmm. But he knew I would take my kids, and Valerie was working all day. Mm-hmm. He knew I would take my kids to the Thames to go fishing, or to go to a castle, or to go here, or whatever. So you'd see him with a near beer at 8 o'clock in the morning, because he knew that's when I had breakfast.
Right.
And he'd go down, have breakfast, and sit with me and just like act like he was awake. And
Right.
normal and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to drink another cup of coffee? That's really
Yeah.
bad for your joints. It's not good
Yeah.
for you. It's not this. It's not. Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, do you mind taking Wolf
Yeah.
with you? Would you?
Yeah.
Or I gotta jump on a little. Yeah. Every day for a week. It
Right.
was hysterical.
Yeah.
I love him.
You're like,
I
sure,
love
I
him.
got, he goes, I got him. I got him. Let's go.
And we had
That's
fun.
wonderful. That's so sweet that you had those interactions with them and those experiences, and especially as a kid, like that's like the purest form of,
Totally.
yeah, and getting like those special little moments and the quirkiness and, having them see things that they've never seen before, and just having those interactions. It's great because they grow up so fast. You already know. Like my daughter's 12, she'll be 13, and I can't. I'm not ready. I'm just not ready. Like,
Hold on to every moment.
I know. I am doing the best that I can. I have to say, so my daughter's on the spectrum, so the milestones that she hits are a lot later than most. So I feel again blessed in that way, where like I get to kind of hang on to certain parts of her for a little bit longer
so good
than most. But I got to tell you, man, like it's still happening. The acceleration of growth is there nonetheless. So like watching her kind of, when you have those moments with your kids, when there's that moment where they grew up just a little bit right from you. Yeah. Like they just, you could tell that they just leveled up, and like I've had a lot of those moments with her, and I'm just like, oh, it's bittersweet because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to train them and teach them and have them be their own people. And at the same time, it's like, oh, there you go. There you go.
That's exactly the point.
Man.
But I asked my mother for advice when I, became pregnant with my first child.
Mm-hmm.
And she really took a moment and she said, Nancy, please enjoy the moments.
Yeah.
I was told to tell you guys to be quiet, to this.
Right.
And I missed so much fun.
Yeah.
And know that it's only 18 years.
Yes.
And it's not only 18 years, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That's not true. Right on that part.
That's what we're told. Yeah.
Well, maybe it was 18 years for my mom because I
right.
come back. But yes, so she really gave me the wisdom to, whereas the father's wisdom was not as, was different.
Right.
I would have
I can imagine.
a little more.
Yeah.
No, that was a little surprising.
Yeah.
So I stuck with my mother's wisdom, and I want to write a book, My Mother's Pearls. Actually, I'm almost done with it.
Oh, that's a great title. That's great. Yeah, I mean, it's important, like we don't revel enough in the smaller moments. I think we do now as we're older. I think
we do.
Yeah,
I think this culture is allowing it.
Yeah. Yeah, we want the peace and quiet. I'd like a quiet moment with my tea. Thank you very much.
Please.
Yes.
I don't want to be driving over to Hollywood Hills to feed Meow, your kitty, while I'm supposed to be getting ready for something else.
Oh my goodness. You know what, though, perfectly timed though. It is what it is. And I try to just roll with the punches as much as I can. It's like, things happen, like it's not, life is stressful enough. We don't need to add things on to it, especially when you're sitting in LA traffic and it's,
I just thought it was very funny that I was feeding her kitty. And
right.
her last name's Meow.
And this is the day, right? Yeah, of course.
Meow.
Of course. Right. Meow, meow, meow.
The kitty was darling.
Exactly. But I mean, it's like I said, everything happens as it should. And like I said, we made it. We're here. We're doing the thing. And I'm so grateful to you for sharing your wisdom and your insight on things and your perspective on life. It's very important for me and for other people to hear.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too. I mean, Matt already was like, girl, like you guys are already gonna get into some trouble with each other.
No trouble.
Yeah, I mean, in a good way, in the best way.
You did.
Let's see here. So what led to, tell us the Friday the 13th situation. What led you to that?
Do you see it?
Yes, I do see. I do. Yes. I do, but I want to hear it.
I'll tell you. What's very funny is a lot of it. Okay, so he's writing Friday 13th. I'm a chicken. My sister used to make me watch The Twilight Zone and stuff like that. And I get terrified only when my parents left. She put it on.
Right.
You know, and then just make me watch it. And I was too scared to go up the stairs because there was Indians in the closet. I believed that. So I couldn't go past the closet because there was Indians that were going to capture me.
Yeah.
I don't know where that comes from. Indians? Really? In the closet?
Well, the Twilight Zone will do that to you. I swear. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
And so Tommy was writing one. And so he's like, well, what would you do? And I said, well, I am not running out in my underpants saying, who's out there?
Right.
Who's there? There's so many funny stories about that. And I was the one that said, I dare you to make a Friday without showing a body part. I dare you.
Wow.
You can't. And so there was actresses coming in willing.
Right.
Very willing.
Sure.
And but it wasn't. She goes, I recall one saying, yeah, are you sure you don't want me at least top?
You don't want me to run with my boobs out? Yeah. Sure.
I was like, I'm daring you. And
right.
It was pretty funny.
Wow.
So as in any part I did with Tommy, I read. And at that point, probably no one knew we were married because we wouldn't, you know, it wasn't.
Yeah. You weren't like really advertising.
Advertising at all. No
yeah.
Exactly. No,
yeah.
So I was probably still Nancy Mott, but on the credits, I'm Nancy McLoughlin.
Okay.
And we were married at that point. So it's very interesting. I never thought I'd get married or have children because I was going to be an actress.
Right.
You can't do everything well.
Sure.
And then I marry my first boyfriend. Go figure. Then I get pregnant and I couldn't have a second child because I loved my first child so much. I couldn't love another child. I couldn't love more. I have so much love in my heart. At 2 years old, I wanted another child. I had my second child.
Yeah.
I love this child. Okay, I don't want any more children. I can't have another child because I love these two.
Right.
I even have a boy and a girl. I could care less if there were two boys or two girls.
Yeah.
But this is my life. 2 years old, I want another child. At that point, there was a cap on it, one for each hand. You're going to be in airports a lot alone. You can only hold two.
Right.
So we stopped at 2, but I would have probably had 5 every 2 years. So I would do not actress things. If there was an event like going to New Zealand to do a movie or something like that, I would ask out of my contract for a couple of weeks of episodes. Who does that? But I wanted my family always to be together. Once I commit.
Right. Yeah.
So I didn't do actress-like things, but I've been very blessed that people understood. I was still a room mom. They tried to work around. If it was an ensemble piece around my schedule, I think most people, which all then you want to give more. Then you do 22-hour days too.
Right.
I mean, it's not like, oh, Nancy wants this. No, they saw that it was, if it's possible, you know, what are your hours? So my kids didn't even know I worked. They didn't even know I worked.
That's amazing though, because that's really not the case for a lot of people. You know, it's really kind of like one or the other, right? Like you're sacrificing one. Like that's kind of what led me to leave the restaurant industry, at least in a brick and mortar sense, because my daughter was diagnosed and, you know, the restaurant business is a beast. I mean, 12, 14-hour days every day, 6 days a week. And then you have one day off and you got to catch up on all the housework and the this and the that. And, you know, I missed a lot of my daughter's first because of it. And I just, once that happened, I was like, no, Like I'm done. Like I need to meet her where she's at. I got to get ahead of everything. And I took control of her diet and her scheduling and her routine and all the doctor stuff. And it was probably the hardest, easiest decision that I made. But I'm glad I did.
Too.
Yeah. It again,
Probably
like it led me to doing things like this, because I was like, how am I going to kind of reintegrate all the other things that I've been doing behind the scenes and no one really knows about, and kind of bring all of those to the forefront one by one by one. And it just seemed easier to do now that I had the time to actually dedicate to it, and in addition be there for her.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and people understood because especially people in the industry, like they know what it is. Again, like they know it's a beast. You know that it's going to occupy your entire everything. So to see that you had this dedication to wait, like I need to be there for my family. I need to take this time. I'm sure also really benefited your own kind of well-being to not like be so like,
Totally.
I gotta work. Like that's such a blessing that they understood and they allowed that.
That they allowed it. Well, a kind of hard story. I was on the series Any Day Now, which was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. It was about the civil rights situation, and I played the racist mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I played my age. I think I was like 35, 38, and 70. And so I had all this makeup and stuff. Well, I got a call from my mother in the morning, and in my heart, I knew she had bronchitis, but my heart, I knew it was her last days. I don't know why. There was no reason.
Right.
But in my heart, I knew.
Yeah.
I had work that day, and it was a full day for me. I went into makeup, and I just started crying and crying. And I didn't have anything concrete to say. But the producer spoke to me, and I said, I just know my mom.
Yeah.
She went back to the hospital. They got me out immediately and got me to the airport, sent my kids up that afternoon. And within a couple of days, my mom passed. And there was no way I would know that,
Yeah.
How beautiful that they saved, they cared.
Yes.
And knew. It was amazing. It was a miracle.
Yeah. Like they empathized and they understood that like she's got to go.
She's
like,
not that girl.
Yeah.
Because 102 temperature, I might be vomiting in a bucket in between takes.
Yeah.
But I'm there and I'm doing it.
Right.
So I don't, it's not about whining or trying to get away with something.
Sure.
Or whatever. It's about, I mean, I couldn't stop crying.
Yeah. I mean, that's real life, that goes beyond anything. And that again that's more important than anything that's going on, like you go do
Nick,
your
you're
thing.
amazing.
Oh,
you're amazing that you saw that.
Thank you so much. I mean, I've been through a lot myself over the past, probably 7-8 years, and lost a lot of my people through stuff. I mean, COVID did a number on a lot of my friends, and it just kind of things happened in succession, like one by one by one. So it's like every time I felt like I was getting back on my feet, nope, here's something else that's going to level you. And it just put things in perspective in a way, not that I didn't already have that perspective or appreciated them when they were here.
I know.
But, it's like without that, having to kind of also mourn the loss of myself and who I was with them and having them in my life, and then the life you thought you were going to live and the future you thought was going to be and all of that stuff. It changes you in a way that it just makes the things that are really important even more important to do. And I'm so outspoken, even more so than I've always been, girl, because I've never kept my mouth shut. But I'm going to say the thing. I'm going to tell you that I love you, even if it makes you uncomfortable. I'm going to tell you how I feel. And not that like, I'm telling you the truth, so that's okay. But I mean, because I know it's all about the delivery of it. But I'm going to say the thing. I'm going to tell you while I can. You will never not know how I feel about you. If something were to happen to me tomorrow, you'll know that I loved you and that I had you and that I was true blue. And you know, like I'm just, you know.
I
like
love
that,
you.
No, I love you
Word
too.
you say, every word you say. And people say, oh, you use the word I love you too much. I went, but I do.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
do.
right.
And
Like
I can be
it's
annoyed
not
with
just
you.
empty words. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, like it does have meaning because it's like it's that's how we're feeling in the moment. Like, and it's true and it's real. So it's okay to say that, you know, it's okay to tell somebody that, you know, you're great and I see you, and you know, keep going, keep doing it, you know, like people need that. I needed to hear that, you know, and I rarely did. So I feel like I'm not, I guess not like obligated, but like, you know, I'm just going to tell you, you know, I know how it feels to not have anyone there and to not be encouraged and to be completely discouraged and misunderstood and the black sheep and the underdog, the whole thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like now I'm just about me, like activating myself, you know.
Amen.
Like this is just me activated, right? Like I'm not really, it's maybe a touch performative, but I mean for the most part this is me. Like the way that we are right now is the way we're going to be off camera, you know, like,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's what I want to capture with these conversations, is just keeping it real, having fun, being silly, and sharing stories of our lives and relating to each other, because I think it's important for people to understand that, like, you know, it's not just you. I know it feels like that sometimes, but we've all been through the ringer and back, and we're still going, you know.
We're still going.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I've had some wonderful times, some very hard times.
Yeah.
And they're all times.
Yes.
And they just build to our character. And who are we really?
Yeah.
Do we just back up and run, or
Right.
do we try our hardest to get back on that horse?
Yes.
And I getting back on that horse by finishing a script that my father's book, and
Wow.
he always wanted it as a script. And it's taken me several years, but like it was completed way back when I was in my 20s or 30s. And he always said, oh, honey, if only you could play this part. This is the part I'm writing for you, but you'll never be old enough to play it because we're going to make a movie of it. Blah, blah, blah. And so he passed, and I'm cleaning out my Hoarder's Nest garage, an Airbnb, and I find this big box.
Wow.
And in it is all the different revisions of the script and book. And I'm the exact age.
Wow. As the character that
he wanted me to play.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's a miracle.
Wow.
So my writing partner and I just rewrote it, making it's a timeless story. It really is.
Like streamlining. Yeah.
It's timeless, but it needed freshening and growing and difference, and it took a couple of years.
Yeah.
But it's my homage to my father.
Oh, that's beautiful. And that you're able to, that you're in a position to be able to do that and bring that to life. That's beyond. Again, that goes beyond, you know, that's a whole nother thing, you know.
I pray. It's gotten very good reaction. And it's Civil War. My father loved the Civil War and did so much study there on it. And they're real characters, but it's a made up situation, sort of like the Lost Boys of Uganda.
Okay.
A Peter Pan-esque kind of thing. Boys that have no mother or going on their own. And it's very relevant, I think.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
I'm excited about that.
Oh my God. That's
Splice,
wonderful. That is wonderful news. That's so crazy that, you know, again, how things circle back to that thing, you know, like, you know, someday, you know, this is going to happen, and you're in a position to make that happen. And, you know, I often find too, like when the people that we love pass, like, I mean, obviously you're in that position to make this happen, but there is somewhat of a feeling that you have to continue on from like where they left off, right? Like I often refer to the movie Titanic, right? Like at the end of it, when you see Rose's desk and she's got all the pictures of the things that her and Jack spoke about doing, and she did them. You know, she went to Santa Monica Pier and she did the things, and she was riding the horse on the beach and like all that stuff. So that's kind of what I've been about as well. Like, I've kind of been like, okay, like my friend Jennifer, who passed away, like I wrote a book about my daughter. I published it last year based on her. And
What's it called?
It's called The Creepy Culinary Adventures of Nia Luna. It's a
I love
story.
it.
I'm in the process of writing book 2. So you already know the throes of that madness. I don't need to explain that to you. But she really believed in it. And at the time, she had inherited a literary agency from her father. She unfortunately took her own life in 2022, and it never really came to fruition. And that was the thing that took me out. Like, I was like, because we've known each other since we were 13, we just were each other's like ride or die. I can call you at 3 a.m. and you'd pick up, I'd pick up without question, whatever. And it was, in the throes of that bottomness, the darkness, that I knew I had to do something to pull me out of it. And it just was like, you need to write, you need to do that. So a lot of me completing that book was not only for myself and for my child, but for her, like she believed in me, and she, you know what I mean? And it's just the things that people say to you throughout your life, like how they tell you things, that are affirming and validating, and the way that they see you. And sometimes you don't even see yourself that way. That's really what I've been about these past 7 or 8 years. Like, kind of everything that people have seen me do, it really does stem from a very deep rooted place of like, I owe it to myself as much as I kind of owe it to them to at least try, to make the attempt to do it, because they thought I could. They believed in me and told me I could do it. So I'm going to try to do it, and I'm doing something. I'm doing something. I'm trying to do it. So I really, that's so beautiful with your father's story, and that you're in that position that you could actually bring that to life for him.
Prayerfully.
Yes.
Prayerfully, please, because we wrote the script, we rewrote it. There's things that have changed. I kept it as accurate as possible.
Yeah.
But things do change.
Sure.
And prayerfully, this is very funny. The first draft we were ready to send out, we don't know what happened, but AI played with it.
Oof.
And it was, the first 5 pages were almost unlegible.
Wow.
Not because they were not readable, but because they didn't make sense, and it looked like 2-year-olds wrote it.
Right.
We have no idea how that happened.
Wow.
We have no idea. But so a very big producer called me and said, Nancy, it's very lazy writing. I went, what?
You're like, excuse me?
Excuse me, we were not that lazy. You might not like the script.
Right.
And she said, she goes, no, I really love the script. It's just very lazy. You look at this when you do this and this and this. I went, what are you talking about? And I'm looking. We have no idea how that happened, but it happened. So there was maybe 1 or 2 points she pointed out that wasn't lazy necessarily, but it was like a typo. But that's it. There's the other parts, we have no idea how it happened. So you got to press on from there. So from my humiliation, I'm coming out with a script. I'll hand it to you to make sure it's right. Right. Because exactly. I don't want AI anything
for it to get filtered, watered down in any way. Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing, you can really tell the difference, between what is, a human, a human experience, a lived experience, as opposed to like AI kind of taking it and just going
exactly.
La, 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 la. Like, that's not how life goes, especially when you're telling a story. Like, you're really creating a world for people to immerse themselves in, that they can relate to and understand. That's why, like, someone like Stephen King, like, who's one of my favorites, like, he really knew he described every single freaking fracking thing in the room, because he wanted you to like get it and be there, so that when things started to happen, like, you were so invested in everything that went on. I remember I read Misery back to front in the bookstore. Like, I had stumbled upon it. I think it was, I was in San Francisco. I lived there for a minute, and I was in Green Apple Books on Clement Street. And I just sat down, and I was hours and hours and hours. But I read the whole thing back to front, and I just was like, whoa, like, and I felt so hungover when I was done because
And
like,
no
I
one
just
said
felt like I
anything
just
to you.
traveled the universe and came back. Yeah. Like
That's
that was crazy, but man, I mean the level of detail and just like you felt everything that was going on. I mean, it's so important to kind of make sure that you maintain the integrity of the thing, right? Like what your dad wanted, you know, to have happen. That's so beautiful.
There's a couple of scenes that I'm hanging on to, and my writing partner is like, I said, what?
Yeah.
But I'm not precious. Like, I'm willing to give up anything
Sure.
I might have said.
Yeah.
But Kathy Bates lived 2 blocks away.
Mm.
She moved.
Wow.
Like, I forget when she moved. But
Yeah.
I remember walking my dog in front of her house like,
La 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 la.
will I see her today? She's brilliant. Yay.
Right?
Yay.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
They destroyed her house after she moved.
Oh,
They just made it this McMansion thing that looks ridiculous. Such a beautiful home. It was such
I hate when they do that, when they just take it and just kind of, you know, make it all weird. And, you know, they don't, because I love architecture and all of that and maintaining, like, you know, I mean, I'm all about like modernizing and updating certain things, but like keeping like the core integrity of the home and the things that give it the charm and character that you just don't get in a modern home. You know,
well, my house is all character.
Nice. Good. As it should be.
If we want to say character, my house is character.
Yes. There you go. Oh yeah. There's I love the archways. Yes.
It's all archways.
Beautiful. Yes.
But it's also in need of lots of love all the stinking time.
Yeah, I know. All the maintenance
district.
And the upkeep. Yeah. Yeah.
Those stained glass windows I didn't put in. Someone put in before me, and they're from the Netherlands, from the 1800s, from a church. Wow. And you can't tell from here, but that's the Christ figure in the center. It's a very subtle. Wow. But when I first moved here, I was pregnant with my first child, and there was no awnings and there was no air conditioning. And it was 114 degrees. Oof. And my floor, see that floor?
Yeah.
That floor, my feet were so swollen.
Oh, I can imagine.
That it felt like I was walking on rocks, solid rocks. Yeah. It was like my feet were going to blow up. The thought of going into my kitchen was awful.
Right.
So my first real paycheck, I got awnings that I could afford. And then my second real paycheck, I got air conditioning. But that's how I got it. But I went through 2 pregnancies like that.
Wow. That's
Poor me.
That's pretty raw. No, but listen, I mean, you know, these modern conveniences are necessary, because in this LA, especially out here in LA, like it's brutal. Like that heat is crazy. I'm out in the valley, so you already know it's already like, if it's hot over there, it's even hotter here. So yeah,
it is. It's a teeny bit, like a teeny bit. My daughter's doing a commercial in Las Vegas, and it's 111 degrees.
Yeah, I know that.
She's doing costuming.
I don't know, like something about that desert weather, man. I mean, like my aunt used to live in Phoenix, and we went out there for a summer, and I was like, what is going on? Like I'd never in my life felt heat like that. Yeah, it's pretty bananas. It is pretty bananas, but like, you know, like, wow, like human endurance, like what we can actually like subject ourselves through is insane. But yeah, no, I totally get it. But you have a beautiful home. That's so lovely that you have, you know, a place that's just your own.
You're going to be eating at.
Yes, girl. We're going to be causing some shenanigans, some cooking shenanigans. So now, okay, so cooking. From what I understand, you love to cook, and you know, obviously, you spoke about Valerie and being, or you know, possibly being on her show, or you know, kind of investigating that at some point. And I'm sure you guys have cooked together in the past. What are some of the standout dishes that you find yourself kind of going back to over and over again that you like to make?
Well, oddly, and this is something I try to fight because my kids are gone and I'm alone. So making food for myself. So I like to invite, or I try, I don't know how to make food for 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. I don't know how to do it.
Right.
So I'm not gifted. So I haven't been doing how I cook, but I like to and I know you liked it too. You liked to investigate your Puerto Rican background. I investigate my Irish background.
Nice.
So a lot of St. Patrick's Days have been crazy here and amazing. I love all food, as long as it's good.
Yeah.
And right now, I don't know how I did this, but all this really good grass-fed steaks are my thing. So I've been just playing with all different flavors, and I'm looking for something really Puerto Rican to do with. It's a filet. I want to do a filet something, or a New York. I don't know. What would you do with something, a steak Puerto Rican dish?
Well, I would probably take it back to
I got to get your feelings.
like of steak and onions, which is a really big feel. You would use like adobo and sazon as the seasoning, very simple, and you would sear the steak as you would a little bit of butter, olive oil. Get that going, and then you remove the steak, and then you add the onions to the pan to kind of get all the yumminess that's stuck to the pan, and then you'd add a little bit of water to kind of pull all that and then make kind of a pan sauce, and then you would serve that with some rice, maybe some beans, or a nice salad. Salad was always part of it, rice. Yeah, so like to have a salad on the side is very natural to have. So like some steak, the rice, beans, onions, a salad, and you're good. You're so good. Like,
gotta get that seasoning. The seasoning is what makes the difference.
It really does. It really does. And also it's what you put into it, you know, your own heart and soul, and where you're at with it. And that's a really great place to start. To give you this kind of like that baseline flavor, and just kind of take you out of the typical steak dinner, like steak or potatoes or steak and this, and you know, it just kind of transports you a little bit, as food should. And I'm the same. Like, I love food. I love to eat. Like, I'm not missing any meals, girl. I'm gonna tell you that. I do. I enjoy food from everywhere. I don't care what it is. It can be the most simple, basic thing on the planet. If it's good, it's good. And I'm happy, you know, like, give me a grilled cheese, give me a peanut butter and jelly tuna sandwich, or give me a filet, or, you know, a nice piece of fish, or like whatever. Like, I mean, I appreciate it because, you know, I grew up poor. We didn't really have a lot. So, and I think that's also what set me on the path to cooking as well. Cause I was like, when I grow up, I'm going to make what I want. And I did, you know, and I did.
Studied at the Cordon Bleu, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I took myself to culinary school. I put myself through that. And, you know, because I wanted to do it. I mean, I grew up watching, you know, the greats on public television. And, you know, my grandmother and my aunt were really the ones that kind of set me on the culinary path, because they were so brilliantly experimental with the food that they tried. They took it beyond our culture. And, you know, I was introduced to like goose and rabbit and, you know, lamb and different types of fish and seafood, like things I probably never would have been exposed to if things like the New York Times, Bon Appetit, you know, those types of avenues, you know, and outlets were there, and they loved to do it. And, you know, they could take anything from the cupboard, any can of anything, and turn it into something that you'd never expect. Like, my aunt used to take a can of beets with red onion and some herbs and a little bit of oil and vinegar, and she would make the loveliest salad out of that, and just serve that on the side with a little bit of rice and whatever else she had. I mean, but it was delicious. It was absolutely delicious. And again, it was just like, you know, it's just beets, you know, but it's not anymore, you know.
I love beets.
Yeah. I mean, I love vegetables. I love fruit. I love food. So, I'm just like, what you got going on over there? You know, I just want to taste it and then make it, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I agree. That's how I learned to cook. I never went. Well, actually, everywhere we'd go, Louisiana, Canada, wherever I go, I try to find a cooking school and take some classes.
Yeah.
But I've never been professionally trained at all.
Well, I mean, you know, it's not that you really.
I think it's a heart.
Yeah,
and then you can add on to
it.
Because
I mean, most of the people that I've worked with throughout my career never went to culinary school. I mean, they were lifers. They were there from, like, they walked in when they were like 12 or 13. You know, they said, "Hey, you need some help," and they started out in the dish room and then wound up cooking on the line, and that's where they've been ever since. And, you know, but seeing it's the experience of the environment, very much like acting. It's like you're in it, and it's that experience that's going to give you more. Like the school of it teaches you the technical stuff, like the stuff that you're going to need to know. But being in the environment, there's nothing like it, because it is so unexpected and in the moment. And it's your reactions to things, and the energy you put out and that you give back. And there's just so much more that you can't be taught in a classroom. Like, it has to really be experienced. So, I mean, I'm very blessed in the company that I've been in throughout my career, and the people that I've worked beside and have learned from, and I'm still learning, like every day, like just seeing what everybody else is doing and what they're about and how they're playing around with ingredients. And it's great to see, because it keeps me on point.
How do you make your black beans? I love black beans.
Oh, wow. Black beans, I use a recao or a sofrito, which is like a cilantro, bell pepper, onion, garlic based kind of a sauce. It's kind of a base flavor for like a lot of Latino cuisine. So it's like everyone has their own version of that in their pocket. So that's what gives you that distinct flavor. A little bit of cumin, onions. If I'm using from the can, I use the entire can. I don't drain, because that really gives the flavor and the body to the beans.
I agree.
And then you can also easily turn that into a black bean soup by thinning it out a little bit, and then adding, if you wanted to add meat to it, you could add ham or bacon or whatever you fancy. But again, adobo, a little bit of sazon, and just kind of keep it very simple. There's really not a lot to it, but it's the flavor profile of those signature spices that really kind of gives it that special something. But yeah, that's
the only thing I can't eat is bell peppers.
Okay.
Which is terrible, because everybody loves bell peppers, but it's something in my stomach.
Right.
I don't know what it is.
For you, yeah.
But everything else works.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could absolutely make it without it. I mean, it doesn't need to be there, but it's just kind of, they use
Anaheim peppers.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I mean,
I
do you like, so you like spicy food, or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I love food. No,
Yeah.
I love food. We're talking
We've
one
established
item.
that we love food around here.
One item I can't eat.
Right.
And I was allergic to clams.
Oh, wow.
At 18, and I didn't believe it. And I went to a horror movie on a date, and I kept excusing myself.
Okay.
And he thought it was because I was terrified of the movie. I have no idea what the movie was. I have no idea about anything. I was just sick all night. And I thought I had the flu or something. It wasn't until I was 24 that I went, this is happening too much when I eat one thing I eat. And this happens forever. So I have not tried it since I was 24. I can have clam chowder, though.
Wow.
So maybe it's got to be cooked a certain way or something.
Yeah, probably.
But I'm not playing.
Yeah. I'm not messing around. Yeah, exactly. It's not worth it at this point. Like, I know my limits. Thank you.
Peppers, not that. I just don't like.
Yeah.
The whatever. And but I'm so grateful. It's two things.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. It could, the list could be a lot longer, and that's really not bad. That's completely, you could navigate around that very, very easily.
Especially Anaheim, jalapeno, poblano, any kind of pepper I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Why bell peppers that everybody loves?
There must be something about it. It's just your body's just like, no, we don't like it. That's okay.
Yeah.
Not for us. Yeah, exactly. Off with you. Off you go. Thank you, but no, we're not buying today.
I refuse. No bell
Yes,
peppers.
exactly. I refuse to do it. Oh my goodness. All right. So what have you got going on? So you said that you just recently did like a short film, and now you're working on this project, your dad's project. When do you see that kind of coming into fruition fully?
No clue. I have it out to 6 different people. I have a group of women that I love that are producers and writers, all American, several worked on, Saving Grace, so many series that I was a part of.
Sure.
So it's lovely. Like every 3 months we get together. So several of those women will be getting the script.
Are in the circle. That's good.
And
just a lot of people are getting the script now.
Yeah.
But gosh, I don't know. But wouldn't it be fun? I do have people that can say yes,
Yeah.
and that would be a miracle.
Right.
Actually, there was a Christmas movie last year a dear friend made who could say yes, and it's All That's Merry and Bright.
Mm-hmm.
If you are looking for a fun Christmas movie for your daughter and you,
Mm-hmm.
I alone as an adult watched it and
Okay.
found, and he put a couple of lines from Friday in it,
Wow.
which is hysterical.
Oh, that's fun.
Just fun things, but I honestly didn't expect it. I didn't expect.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
just don't want to over expect. And
Right.
I
Right.
think it could be a classic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I did a Christmas movie,
Yes. How
a
was that?
different kind of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I found Santa Claus. I was driving down
I want to
Alameda.
find Santa Claus.
It's hysterical. I was driving down Alameda. I had read a few days before that they were trying to kick Santa Claus out of Glendale because his house was decorated like Santa Claus all year. He was the standing Santa Claus for 5 presidents.
Wow.
He was the Make-A-Wish Foundation Santa Claus. Now, I didn't know this when I pulled over, but he was hitchhiking on Alameda. It was summerish, and he was in a red overalls and a white T-shirt. There was a red Cadillac in his thing, and he looked like Santa Claus in red overalls. And I pulled over, and he said, "Do you mind driving me to? I have to pick some letters from the boys and girls." And I let him in the car. Probably shouldn't have. Grateful I did. Probably not the wisest move.
Right.
In your car.
Yeah.
But I did. I trusted him. I drove him to the post office. We became friends, and I'm going, "You got to make this movie. This is a movie." So it's called A Different Kind of Christmas, and it's just amazing. I don't think it came out how I wanted it. They changed it a bit. It wasn't completely a story, but it's still. I made a Christmas movie. I have no credit other than co-star.
Right.
I'm the one who found Santa, who found the story, who found all the things.
Brought it to life. Yeah.
And brought it to life. So
yeah.
I kind of wish I cared about credits back then. I didn't.
Right.
I didn't care about credits. And lo and behold, people don't know I do know how to do things.
Right. Like I can do things.
You have no idea the magic I have.
Things. Yeah. Well, the proof is in the pudding, right? I mean, like you just show them what you got,
What's
as you know what to do. Yeah.
I used to be a blue fairy. I'd go to parties in the 80s and bless people. Little did they know I was really blessing them.
Right.
And it was so funny. One party, and I would be paid in the 80s. Okay, so we both weren't working, in between things. And he was hired. He was a very good mime, studied with Marcel. So he taught me mime.
Wow.
And my father actually taught me mime too. He wrote for Van Dyke and Red Skelton, all these people. So he was very physically, very physically minded.
Sure.
And having a ballet background. So anyway, he would be the Tin Man or the soldier or the toy soldier or something.
Wow.
He'd be serving hors d'oeuvres to someone he just made a movie with. We did what we had to do.
Yes.
I was the blue fairy, and they asked me to. It was in the time of grunge, so they wanted me to grunge up my outfit, and be really
grunge goth fairy. Yeah.
I said no. I'm not a grunge fairy.
Right.
I'm a blue fairy.
Yes.
That's who I am, and I'm not going to say nasty things.
Right.
I'm going to say blessings.
Yes.
And I had a line. I made $500 for 2 hours or something. Crazy amounts in 1980.
Yeah, that's
to go to a
big
party.
Money. Yeah.
And it wasn't 80, but it was probably, I don't know what year it was. But
still,
it was
then compared to now, yeah.
Yeah. Now $500 for 2 hours would be incredible.
Right.
Just by really just saying, now look at my eyes. Now what would you like? Okay, pray. Bless. Leave.
Yes.
And you're off.
Yes.
I wanted with adults in the industry
Mm-hmm.
getting my blessings. And I really was blessing them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it wasn't like a fake blessing. It was
Right. No, I mean, for them, it was just novelty, but for you, like, no, this is, off
It's
you
real.
go. Off you go, darling.
You don't know what just occurred.
Right. Exactly. You have no idea how anointed you've just become. Yeah. That's beautiful.
That's what's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
My life is just crazy. And I was a waitress 6 years. So I understand.
Yeah, as you said, like, we do what we need to do. You do the thing
We
you
do.
need to do to survive, to get through it, and you make the most of every moment that you can while you can. I mean, everything leads to the next thing. So, and still an experience, and like you said, like, little do they know that they were actually blessed, and who knows what came of that, like what blessings they actually received, and they're like, wow, maybe that fairy was onto something.
Years later, I have heard some stuff.
Yeah.
And that's another conversation. But
Yeah.
from big people
Right.
that I went, what? They
Yeah.
said, what? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Now I have an Airbnb as well
Mm.
that I love to bless people with.
Yeah.
I love to have all the flowers out. I like to hear
Yeah.
about dietary restrictions
Very nice.
and fill the refrigerator with stuff. Just little things.
Yeah.
They can be a blessing more than
Yeah, it's
day.
welcoming. It makes them feel like people really appreciate that type of, or at least I hope most of them do, like that attention to detail, that you made them feel welcome, that it wasn't just like, hey, okay, here you go, here's the keys, thank you very much, like they're providing you with something, you're providing them with something, and that's going to be their home for however long they're there, so they may as well feel like, oh, look, there's coffee and there's snacks, and like, oh, that's nice, I mean, because you didn't have to do that. And a lot of places, a lot of Airbnbs I've been to, they don't. They're like, yeah, well, there's no toilet paper. Like, there's rolls in the bathroom, but there's no backup. There's no garbage bags. You're on your own, baby.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's my experience in New York. We arrived at like 4:30. It was going to be Christmas. And my daughter and I were visiting my son. So we got an Airbnb with a kitchen. And I was going to make Christmas dinner.
Mm-hmm.
We arrived at about 4:35. And there's a note or a text, I forget what, that said, oh, the keys are across the street. Right behind you across the street. We look across the street and there's a barbed wire fence.
Right.
And it's starting to snow and it's getting darker
Wow.
and darker.
You're like, oh, so
And
we need to go around.
we had to, and one of us had to stay with the luggage.
Oh, wow.
While the other person went across the street searching behind the trash.
The odyssey for the
a
keys.
lock key.
Right.
And we found the key and,
Wow.
and we were so good humored about it. We made a little video, just sort of like,
Yeah.
Homes.
Only in New York, baby. Yeah.
I can do this. We put the key in the whole keyhole and it breaks.
Ah.
And there was like 4,000 different co-hosts.
Wow.
So people are getting back to you immediately.
Yeah.
And because I'm so on top of it here, I assume they're on top of it
Right.
there.
Yeah, not
They're gonna
always
get
the
right
case.
to me.
Yeah.
So we're out in the freezing cold for about an hour. And they're coming. Oh, there's a coffee shop down the block. No, I have dinner plans. I have
Right.
a theater. I have
Right.
this. I have to get in. We get in finally. After an hour, someone leaves. Someone else got annoyed that I didn't call a locksmith and have it fixed.
Mm.
Not my job.
Right. Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, unanticipated problem. Thank you.
And it was a penthouse. And it wasn't a fancy penthouse. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I was not going for a penthouse. I didn't know it was a penthouse, but it was. So it did have if it was summer, there was stairs to go out onto this rooftop with this gorgeous view.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't summer and it was freezing cold.
Yeah.
And 3 6-foot windows were wide open, painted open.
Mm.
And my 6-foot tall daughter couldn't pull them down.
Pull it down,
with me
yeah.
yanking her on her. We got 2 windows down. The third one, we could only get a third down. And there was no heat.
Wow.
And there was a TV that when you turned it on, there was nothing. There was nothing at all. And we're asking for heat. We're curious where the heater is. Oh, we'll get to you right away.
Right.
The windows are open. La, la, la. Long story short, we plug in the 12-foot inch by 12-inch space heater
Mhm.
that would heat one ankle.
Right. Yeah.
All the electricity went out.
Yeah. It was pulling too much
Nope.
power.
No heat, no electricity. Well, find the breakers.
Wow.
Find the breaker. 5 days we lived like that. It cost me so much money staying there. And the last night we were there, so everything had to be out. We're dressing in the freezing cold. I keep texting, hey, can you do something about this? So I'm going to give you a hack. If there's something like that, don't stay 3 nights. If you stay 3 nights, no one at Airbnb offered me a remedy.
Wow.
Ever. When I would jump through hoops for people.
Yeah.
No heat or too much heat.
Right.
You're in my house.
Yeah.
You're in my house now. I'm taking care of you.
Right.
But so the last night we were out to dinner, I get a phone call from a Mike, no name. 40 other names have come up, but this is Mike. He's in the Airbnb. Well, of course it's freezing. You have the window open. I said, you close it.
Right.
Buddy.
Like, give it a shot. Yeah.
Yeah, I dare you.
Right.
Well, Hannah and I had been trying for days to close the window, and apparently he got it closed. But we
Isn't that the irony? He just comes along and then like we loosened it for you. Yeah.
We did loosen it for him. We were trying to scrape the paint off in the corners for him.
Yeah.
But we never got it shut.
Wow.
And then he also said, oh, and I guess, well, the turn thing, they told me it was building operated the heat.
Yeah.
No, it was behind all this furniture, the thermostat. And he goes, well, the thermostat, I guess, would be a problem.
Well, that would have been nice to know.
So we had heat the last 6 hours of
right before you guys left.
How dare you come into an Airbnb without my permission?
Wow.
I mean, it was unbelievable. It was a crazy experience.
Yeah.
I'm not putting Airbnb down, stay at mine.
Yeah.
Those problems.
But I mean, but it happens, those things, like you step into a situation and it's just like everything just goes wrong, and it's not your house. So you don't know where everything is. So naturally you're just going to you're not going to do too much because you already know if something breaks, you got to pay for it. You're going to get blamed for it. So, you're just trying to leave everything as it is because it's really not your environment. So you didn't do anything wrong. It's just, they didn't give you the information you needed from the outset. So it's kind of like a setup for failure anyway, regardless, the key is you had to go on this Odyssey quest just to get the key in the first place. And then it breaks. And then, so it was just, a series of unfortunate events.
What's funny is if I ever left a key across the street,
wow,
I don't know what would happen.
Yeah.
I can't
That's
even
like
imagine.
telling people that you left the key under a rock, on the hill, up the hill somewhere, and here's the Marauders map. Good luck. Good luck with that.
And it's a true.
It's all part of the package.
It's part of this experience.
Right.
New York experience.
Exactly.
I think it's hysterical that I had that experience.
Yeah. Well, I bet it taught you a few things about a few things. That's for sure.
They didn't allow me to review it either. Because I was waiting for them to come back and say, we're sorry.
You're right. Or something. Make amends in some way, right?
No, nothing. Wow. And they pulled the review before I could review it. And I wasn't going to review it meanly. I was going to say, if you'll allow me 5 days in the spring or summer, where I know that there's, okay, I'll be fine.
Right.
I'll be fine. But no, nothing.
Wow. But now that you're in the position, again, because of experience, you know exactly what to do and what not to do. So
and I'm sharing that hack with you.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
Of a story.
Yeah, because it happens. It really does. More often than not, people go through a lot of stuff in these Airbnbs, and especially these days, it's kind of crazy. But well, I'm glad that you survived the madness, of course, and made it out of there when you did, and it didn't go on longer than it needed to be. So let me ask you. So we're gonna wrap things up here because I know we both have. And because I'm starving, girl. I always do this show around
I am too. I am.
We
too.
talk about food and then we're all like, wow. But I always like to end with this question because I think it's a great way to kind of get people to get into your personality a little bit more. If you were able to present yourself as an appetizer, entree, and a dessert, what would you be and why?
If only I had been given that question ahead of time.
I gave it to you. I did send it. I'm going to say I did send it. It was.
I believe you.
It's there.
I believe you. I didn't see it. An appetizer.
It's there. No, because, and the reason I shoot those ahead of time is for that reason, because, and sometimes people read it and even in the moment, they still draw the blank because like maybe the answer you came up with in the moment isn't the same because you're not the same person anyway that you were then when you read it. But there is no wrong answer to that. So let's say, yeah, you're presenting yourself on a platter and you're sprawled out on a chaise lounge, what would be the appetizer, the entree, and dessert? What are the first things that come to mind?
Shrimp.
Okay.
Appetizer, shrimp. People call me a shrimp.
Okay. Because you're so tiny and sassy.
Sassy and tasty.
Yes.
Yes,
girl. Sauce. What's up?
With the cocktail sauce.
Yeah.
At a meal, I'm wholesome and strong and comforting, so it would be a good shepherd's pie.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
Shrimp
Tried and true.
Pie do not go together, but we're talking about
listen, it's your menu, mama. Okay, like you present it how you want it. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I put it together, but
But it's a good way to start. I get it. A little something unexpected, and then we take you over here where we bring you in for the comfort, and then what's your dessert?
My dessert is a trifle.
Ooh,
Because
layers and layers.
Trifle a little. I'm layered. I'm flavorful.
Yes.
Little comfort. A little trifle.
A little unexpected, a little bit of trifling in there. Yeah. Yeah.
So much trifle.
Oh, yeah.
And that goes with shepherd's pie.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think they all go together. I mean, I don't see it as like not linear. And like I said, there's no wrong answer to that. And I always say I often treat it as like a bit of a Rorschach test because, people are pretty spot on with it and how they describe themselves because it's very nuanced and it's varied and it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little something unexpected, but still familiar. Right. Like still something that you could kind of relate to and be like, okay, like I see it. I can get it. And I love me a good shepherd's pie, girl. I'll tell you that. Like bring it on. Bring it on. Yes. Yeah. Like I said,
I sincerely did not read that because a lot of my emails go away. So
right.
If I had seen that, I would have go, oh God, I can come up with something clever. I can be really good. But literally, I was caught off guard.
Yeah, it's okay. It's because you again, you're like a cat. You landed on your feet and you got it done. Like no, I'd be this, and it's a good answer. It's a great answer because it suits you. It really does.
I love you, Nikki.
I love you too.
I love you. You're my best friend, and right here.
Best friend in your head. Well, I can't wait to meet you. We live in the same town. So at some point, yeah, we will definitely get together and make some the credit card.
Isn't that hysterical? So I come from
I love that.
Conventions, I do this.
Yes, I love it.
On the back where it's customer service, Joshua 19.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was praying when I thought I was going to die in the mud.
Oh, goodness. Well,
be strong.
Be strong,
Don't be
baby.
afraid.
Always, right.
Always.
That's right. Just go for it. Go for it. Well,
I
Nancy, thank you so much for taking the time to be here. I appreciate you so much. It was such a great conversation with you. I can't wait to meet you in person and actually get down and cook and just talk some more and get to know each other better. And you're lovely. You're absolutely lovely.
As you are, my love. We're building. We're building.
Yes, we are. We are building the foundations for more shenanigans to come. So where can people find you online and stalk you a little bit?
Shenanigans was the name of the place in Days of Our Lives
that I worked. It was the college hangout was shenanigans.
Wow.
I
Wow.
forgot that until you've said shenanigans. a couple
It's
times.
my favorite word. I say it all the time.
I love
all
it.
the time.
Okay,
The
so
shenanigans. Yes.
Instagram, Nancy_McLoughlin, maybe.
Okay. Like
Facebook,
baby?
maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Nancy McLoughlin
Could be.
could be actress.
You could Google me. It's okay.
Google me and find out stuff.
Right.
I'm not married. My Google says I am, or it did
Okay.
last time I looked. Not. And yeah, and I've been a little lazy on the Facebook and on the stuff. I've been a little lazy on my socials.
It's all right. It's okay. Like we'll get there.
We'll get there.
It's
Sometimes
a
I'm
lot to manage,
spunky.
though. It is a lot, man. It's just like jumping from platform to platform to platform. It's just like, you know, at least Instagram is still kind of connected to Facebook a little bit. So if you post something there, it'll go there, so you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I know.
Yeah.
what you mean. I know it's a lot.
I'm not that spunky.
Yeah.
But I'm sincere.
Yes, that you
When you
are.
say
That
so.
you are, and you are something else, Mama. Let me tell you, I'm so glad that we were introduced to each other, and I appreciate you so much. And I'm looking forward to seeing where everything else goes with you and cooking with you and exchanging recipes and just getting down, Mama. Let's go. Let's get it started. Yes, let's do it. Meow, meow,
A
meow.
roast con pollo.
Yes, girl, I got you. I got you.
I love you, Nikki.
Love you too, Mama. Thank you so much. And thank you all for hanging out with us and watching the madness. And we will see you in the next one. Meow, meow.
Meow,
Bye.
meow.
Meow. And then we are going to end it here and stop recording. Just like
You've been listening to the Mystic Meals Podcast. The Mystic Meals Podcast with your host and producer, Chef Nikki Meow. Kick-ass music by 3 Parts Acid. Follow 3 Parts Acid at 3 Parts Acid on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. The amazing artwork by Art by Bruce 13. Follow Art by Bruce 13 on Instagram. And I'm your voice with the most. I'm Jason Neer. This has been the Mystic Meals Podcast. The Mystic Meals Podcast, copyright 2026. See you next time, kids.